Hello, my friend. Reaching the age of 65 and beyond is an achievement I never imagined would come. It feels like it happened so fast, as if just yesterday I was 20 years old, full of energy and grand plans, and suddenly I woke up in a body that changes every day, with memories stretching across decades. Life keeps evolving, and so do our priorities. As I grow older, I've come to a surprising realization about myself. I've started to avoid people, even though this wasn't who I used to be. I was always social, surrounded by friends and family, attending events, active in the community, and known as someone people could rely on. But at some point, everything shifted. At first, I thought it was something unique to me, but now I realize this experience might be far more common than I ever imagined. Allow me to explain why each moment feels more precious every time I find myself in my 65-plus years. Back then, time felt like something that would never run out. Days passed by unnoticed, filled with routines and dreams that kept being postponed. "There's always tomorrow," was the go-to line every time an opportunity came but wasn't taken. But as the years go by, time starts to reveal its true face. Not something you can save, but something that keeps slipping away with no way to get it back. One by one, important moments were missed. The laughter of family that once echoed often now only comes every once in a while. Friends who used to always be around slowly disappeared, swallowed by the busyness of life. And the most striking realization is that lost seconds can't be redeemed by anything. Now, every hour, every minute, even every second feels far more valuable. Not because time has changed, but because I've finally realized that life isn't about how long it is, but how meaningful each moment can be. Time moves on without pause. The hair that was once black has now turned white. The steps that were once light have become slower, and the laughter that used to ring out loud has softened into quiet murmurs full of meaning. We were once young parents, raising children, preparing school lunches, and waiting for them to come home while setting stories on the dinner table. Our relationship was shaped by routine, responsibility, and shared struggles. But now the children have grown and built lives of their own. The house that was once full of life has grown quieter, sometimes even silent. At first, it felt unfamiliar. We looked at each other and silently wondered, are we still the same? But slowly we learned that relationships age too. They evolve. No longer colored by daily worries, but more often adorned with a comfortable silence. We rediscovered the meaning of togetherness in new ways. Morning walks while holding the same hands, watching favorite shows even if we fall asleep halfway, or simply sitting side by side without saying much. We've changed too. No longer chasing time, but savoring it. No longer talking about distant dreams, but cherishing the moments we have. This relationship has changed, and so have we. And in that change, we found another version of love, quieter, deeper, and more accepting. As we age, trust is no longer a simple matter. For the elderly, trust now comes with many layers: doubt, caution, even fear. The world they once knew, where words were honored and promises held meaning, has shifted. In a society that is increasingly connected through digital means, older adults are often left behind, not just in terms of technology, but also in understanding new ways of forming relationships and recognizing people's intentions. Their growing dependence on others, whether family, caregivers, or institutions, makes trust an unavoidable necessity. Yet this need often clashes with painful experiences, scams that target them, neglect by loved ones, or the unfamiliarity of rapid social change. In spaces like healthcare services, banking systems, or social media, trust is not only tested, but sometimes slowly stripped away. Older adults become a vulnerable group, not merely because of physical limitations, but because their trust is more easily exploited. As the line between good intentions and manipulation becomes increasingly blurred, they are forced to place their trust in situations that don't always feel safe. Trust, once built through life experience and emotional closeness, has become a complex process. It is no longer an unconditional belief, but a constant negotiation between hope and caution, between need and fear.